Hello there, biology boys and girls, and welcome to our fourth lesson here in Unit 2. 4 of 6. Lots of material we're covering, but you guys are doing a good job, and let's get right into the video topics for today. We're talking biotic interactions, so how living organisms interact with each other inside of their environments. Okay? I'm breaking this video into two major topics. Alright, we're going to talk about kind of the interdependence or the interconnectedness between all of these organisms and coevolution, kind of at the same time. Alrighty? And then we're going to look at the major community interactions, so the major biotic actions of predation, competition, and symbiosis. And there's 3 types of symbiotic relationships that we're going to examine. Okay? First up, though, we knew that ecology, one of the themes that we were going to see throughout, was how everything is either directly or indirectly related to each other. Okay? We see that a lot here with the material that we're going to cover in this video. A lot of interconnectedness. Alright? There's a lot of interdependence that is present inside of ecology, and studying the community interactions is going to put that on display. Alright? It's also going to put on display how over time organisms have changed in this back and forth manner in response to one another. Okay? So if a food source or a certain resource that an animal needs was to lessen or increase, that animal may adapt over long periods of time to better combat the lessening, survive a harder time, or it may actually change and develop and alter some characteristics in order to make the most of a better situation. Your book on page 362 talks about interdependence and coevolution a little bit more, but I just want to touch on this video a little bit, put that in your heads, and hopefully as you pay attention to the major community interactions that we're going to talk about, those major biotic interactions, you keep thinking of how things are interconnected with one another, you keep thinking about that theme interdependence, and how maybe over time, these organisms, not maybe, but how over time, these organisms have changed, either directly because of other organisms or indirectly because of other organisms. Okay, on to the biotic interactions. Our very first one is predation. And to simply put, it's one organism killing another organism so it can gain or consume energy from that organism. Predation would be like a wolf killing off bison 200 years ago on the tall grass prairie. Predation could also be seen as you guys killing off a cow and eating a cow. Okay? That's not one of the ecological, natural ones that we're talking about now. Okay? But predation. One organism killing another one for food. A barn owl sweeping down onto a driveway and grabbing a little kitty. Or a hawk grabbing a mouse outside of the field. Okay? Outside in the field. Alright? So predation. One major biotic interaction. Organism to organism interaction that we'll study and that helps to define different ecological situations. Competition is an ecological biotic interaction where two or more organisms are going for and or need the same resource. Okay? So we're not just looking at food here and energy, but we're talking about resources in general. Okay? So if there's 2 or more organisms that are going for the same one, they're going to do what we call compete. Okay? They're going to both vie and or battle for it. Alright? Reason they're competing? Because they all fill the same job or purpose. And we know that that job or purpose from a couple videos ago is known as a niche. Alright? So competition is an interaction that's a result of similar organisms filling similar niches. There's 2 different types of niches that we study when we talk about competition. A fundamental niche and a realized niche. A fundamental niche is the entire range that you could fall into. Okay? The example I like to use for this is, let's say that you only want to eat produce from the grocery store, so vegetables or fruit. So you could survive on any of those vegetables or fruit. That would be your fundamental niche. Whereas a realized niche would be the actual vegetable and or fruit that you are consuming all the time,